Hi guys, so this is a first demo of hypertext markup language. So the first thing I want to tell you is, I just want to show you, let's take a look at the New York Times website here. And we're going to go over here, I'm in Chrome, so I'm going to go over here to these tools, I'm going to say more tools, I'm going to say developer tools, and I should get something that looks like this. Now, this definitely looks terrifying for sure. We've got a lot of code here that makes this website go. Unbelievably, you can do this to any website. You can look at the code behind it, but your browser so Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Explorer. Those are all special programs that execute HTML code. That code looks like this. This is what's going on behind the scenes anytime you're accessing any kind of web page. So we're going to get out of that. So that scared us, but just you to know, let you know that that's there. Okay. I think you'd agree, taking a look at this, that so this is a website where there is no HTML code. There's no formatting at all. There's, as you can see, there's no spacing. There's no nothing. If I resize the thing, the window, it's just going to resize with it. So that's what the HTML, it's not a procedural language like Scratch or Python, which we're going to look at later. It is a markup language, which is almost closer to something like in the old days of newspaper, physical newspaper publishing. So let me give you a little sense of how it works. All right, so right now I'm in Text Wrangler. This is just a regular old text editor. So in Windows, this is just called Notepad. Every Windows machine has it. The Raspberry Pis have a variety of text editors too. All that means is just a spot where you can put a bunch of characters with no formatting. That's all they are. So I'm using Text Wrangler in this case. So at any rate, I just have this file. It's just all text. What I do is I go and it's a little hard to see this, but I say, okay, so I'm going to save as, and I'm just going to put an HTML extension on there. So that tells the browser, hey, I want this thing to be rendered as an HTML file, as a markup file. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And I'm just going to replace. All right, so then if I just go to Chrome and let me get out of this. So in Chrome, I can actually say Control O to open a file, which I know we're probably not all aware that you can do that. And then I'm going to pick out this LeBron.html. That's just all that text about LeBron. I'm going to open it up. So there it is, and then it executed it. Okay, now, so remember though, my whole point was this is kind of ugly to look at. Let's put some formatting in. So let's go over here and do that. So I think the first thing that would be nice is some kind of title for this. So as you'll soon like realize as we work on this longer, like HTML is as much an art about like letting users and especially browsers and search algorithms know what to look for, what's important. So H1 says, hey, like this is kind of a big thing this document is about. So I'm going to call this LeBron. LeBron is the bomb. So that's my header. Okay, now notice I surround, so H1 indicates, hey, a header is coming. The / indicates the header is closing. That's it, okay? Let's also add a paragraph in here. And then I'll add like an end of that paragraph here. And we're just gonna stop there for now. So what I should have is notice that This is going to mark the beginning of this paragraph. This is going to mark the end. This is going to mark the header. And now I'm just going to go ahead and save this. So File, Save, and then I'm going to try and execute it now from Chrome. So again, this is every time you access a web page, your browser is executing an HTML document. So I'm just going to refresh here because I've changed this underlying document, and I should see some changes. So I do. So now I see I have an H1 headline, I have a paragraph, and I can go ahead and put in more paragraphs by just putting these, the open P and the close P in there. So, sorry, I'm off the page a little bit, but there you go. Okay, and then again, now I'm going to save. And then I'm going to go back to my browser. I'm going to, and now I have a new paragraph. So believe it or not, these open and close tags and the way we're inserting them in the text, that's called marking up the text. And like that's the basic idea behind HTML. Now, there's another thing called CSS. So HTML gives your pages their structure, and then CSS gives them their look, and those are separate entities, but like I think you'll see the power of why they're separate. And yeah, okay, great. More to come.